This is why you should never assume anything. So, I finally met the new neighbor today when I was bringing in packages. She was outside with an older guy. We chatted a bit, told her about myself and my cat and the building. She told me about her job at a restaurant and how she usually has late shift, etc. It was all normal and sweet. Then I said something like, "It's nice, your dad's helping you move in." She blinked, didn't say anything for a second, kind of rose, but not necessarily in a mad way. He, the older guy whom I thought was the father, laughed and said, "Boyfriend, actually." I tried to save it by saying, "Wow, that's so cool," which made it about 100 times worse, like as if she was dating someone like an astronaut or something. I wasn't sure if there's anything I should be saying, or I started saying something like, "I'm sure you'll love the building," but I ended up retreating into my apartment mid-sentence. Now, I'm avoiding eye contact every time I walk past their door. Pickles are not what you think they are. So, today at work, we had our usual weekly meeting. Before we talk about serious stuff, our boss likes to go around and have everyone share something good from their personal lives. To lighten the mood and all that, one of my co-workers, Daisy, proudly shares that she has made dill pickles. Me, wanting to be friendly, innocently asked the dumbest question ever. "Did you grow the pickles yourself, Daisy?" Daisy looked hella confused, to which she responded, "You mean the cucumbers?" And without hesitation, I confidently replied, "No, the pickles." And because apparently I hadn't humiliated myself enough, I doubled down with, "Did you grow the pickle plant yourself?" At this point, everyone looked shocked, then burst out laughing. I just sat there realizing I had outed myself as a full-grown adult who believed pickles were another species of plant. Turns out, pickles are just unripe zucchini soaked in salt water. I cannot be the only one who didn't know about this. For context, my family immigrated here, and we never really ate pickles growing up. I genuinely thought there was a pickle plant somewhere out there. I never bothered to learn because I never liked the taste of those salty-ass pickles anyway. This painful mistake almost cost me my balls. Watch the full video so you know to not make the same mistake. I was making some Mexican rice and I heard that dropping a jalapeno in give it some great flavor. That advice was absolutely correct, but at what cost? After dropping the jalapeno in, I got the sudden urge to scratch my manhood, and I foolishly did so. I should add that I had a vigorous self-pleasing session prior to this, so there were micro tears. Once the burn set in, I ran to the shower in the most uncomfortable pain I have ever experienced. Once the water started hitting me, it only got worse. I literally had no idea how to make this stop, and soap wasn't helping quick enough. I moved from body soap to facial cleanser, and finally to shampoo, which seems to do the trick. Minutes felt like hours. The other unfortunate part of this is that I have clipped my nails too short prior to this, so my fingers are stinging even hours later. I couldn't help but think what this kind of experience would be like for a woman. And holy hell, ladies, please wash your hands after handling jalapenos. A novitiate reports to Mother Superior. On her first day at the convent, Mother Superior tells the novitiate, "Your first task for our Lord is to paint this office, and you are not allowed to get a single drop of paint on your habit." The novitiate agrees, and soon she's alone in an empty office, with paint and brushes. So, she locks the door and strips off her habit, folding it neatly in the center of the room. Naked, she begins painting. Soon, she hears a knock at the door. Knock, knock, knock. "Who's there?" "Blind man." "Who?" "Blind man." So the novitiate thinks, if it's a blind man, he won't see me naked. So she goes to the door and opens it, and the man standing there says, "Nice tits, sister. Now, where do you want the blinds?" Today, I f***ed up by living in a dark bedroom for 6 years. The overhead fan in our bedroom uses one of those compact halogen light bulbs. 6 years ago, the bulb burned out and got really dim, just barely a glow. I bought a replacement bulb, but when I put that one in, it was also barely lighting up, so I realized the unit was bad. The fan still worked great. It literally is the best fan I've ever had because it moves a ton of air and is super quiet. The fan had also been a gift when we moved into our house. The unit cost over $400, so I didn't really want to replace it, even though our bedroom doesn't get much natural light, so it is pretty dark. So since then, over the years, my wife and I had to make do with no overhead light. We open the windows during the day, and at night use a combination of bedside lamps and the bathroom lights. It's never really as good of lighting as an overhead lamp, so I keep some flashlights up there for when we are cleaning or looking for something, etc. After 6 years of living in the dark, this winter I just decided I would replace the damn thing, but before I did, I decided to try one last time with another bulb because, however unlikely it's possible, both bulbs I had tried were bad. So I'm up there installing the new bulb. Grab the remote, the fan has a remote, and as I'm turning the light on, I realize that goddamn thing is dimmable. For 6 fucking years, we live with the inconvenience of no overhead light, and the whole time it was just because the damn thing was set to dim. Me. Today I fuck up by taking the term baby shower literally. I'm from Eastern Europe, a country where there's no such tradition. I'm currently in the US, and my friend was throwing a baby shower for her cousin. I didn't think to Google what it was, and I should he'd already given birth. So, I thought it's some weird American tradition where you have to bat a baby for the first time. I thought it was really weird, but I didn't ask because I don't want to be rude. I brought some baby shower gel as a gift, thinking I was doing everything right, but then I came home, and so she was pregnant. I had a 404 error in my brain, and now her relatives are making fun of me. I really thought it was like you come and they bathe the baby for the first time, symbolizing the beginning of something or milestone. But I didn't understand why they would invite a bunch of people, including those you don't know. Today I f***ed up by microwaving my socks at work, so I bike to work, right? This morning it's pouring. By the time I get there, my shoes and socks are drenched. My feet look like raisins that regret being born. I'm thinking, no problem, I'll just dry them out real quick in the break room microwave. I've seen people do gloves before. Same thing, right? I toss my socks in for 2 minutes, hit start, and walk away. About 45 seconds later, I smell burnt regret, like wet dog and broken dreams. Then, beep, 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 fire alarms. Whole building evacuates. Management show up asking, "Where's the fire?" And I had to stand there barefoot in the parking lot like, it was my socks. Now, the microwave's melted. HR sent an email reminding everyone not to cook clothing. And my new office nickname is officially Hot Socks. My boyfriend called me delusional, so I exposed him in front of everyone. My boyfriend called me delusional, so I turned it to the final boss. So, lately, he's been super secretive with his phone. Face down, notifications off, take us to the bathroom like it's a newborn. I asked if everything was okay, and he said, "Calm down, you're literally being paranoid. It's given delusional." Excuse me? The gaslighting was so loud I had to mute just to stay sane. But here's where it gets juicy. He has this boys' night every Friday. Whatever, go have fun. Except last Friday, his location glitched. For 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And it showed an address. That was not his friend's house. It was a girl's apartment. A girl I know. A girl who once called him bestie. And we all know bestie equals FBI watch list. So, I played smart. Did I blow up his phone? No. Did I cry? No. I went full Detective Pikachu. Next Friday, he says, "Going to the boys." I say, "Have fun." Meanwhile, I grab my keys and follow him. He pulls up to her place. Laugh, hugs, goes inside. My vision turned Minecraft red hearts disappearing. I wait. 1 hour, 2 hours. Then I do the most Sigma thing I've ever done. I order a pizza to her apartment, paid with his card, because I know his number by memory. And in the delivery notes I wrote, "To my cheating boyfriend and his bestie. Enjoy." 10 minutes later, I get a text. "Why would you do that? You're crazy." Oh, now I'm crazy? So I post everything. Screenshots, location receipts, pizza pic. The internet chose violence. His mom called. His grandma shared it on Facebook. His job found out because apparently bestie works there too. He said I ruined his life. I said, "No babe, you ruined it the second you called me delusional." Now he's single, jobless, and banned from Domino's. Karma speedrun, any percent complete.
A wife pissed off that her husband was late again, wrote a dramatic note. I have enough. I'm leaving you. Don't try to find me. She hid under the bed, waiting to see his reaction. The husband walks in, finds the note, and after a pause, he scribbles something down, then calls someone. She's finally gone. Yeah, I know. About damn time. I'm coming over. Wear that Frenchie nightie. I love you. Can't wait to do all the naughty things you like. He hangs up, grabs his keys, and leaves. The wife, shaking with rage and tears, crawls out from under the bed and to read what she wrote. It said, I can see your feet. Also, we're out of bread. Back in 5.
This is why you should always double check if you're muted. So, I'm in this big important Zoom meeting with like 40 people. My boss, my boss's boss, clients, everyone. I wasn't presenting, so I muted myself. Or so I thought. While someone else is talking, I decided to grab a snack. I opened a bag of chips. Super loud. I see my little audio icon lighting up. Panic. I hit mute. Crisis averted. Great. Except I didn't hit mute. I hit unmute. Now, I'm casually crunching like a horse, eating gravel in everyone's ear. Still, don't notice. Then my dog walks in and I start full baby voice. Hi, Stinky Winky baby boy. Who's the cutest little fart machine? You wanna poo-poo? Mama loves you. I even made kissing noises. Suddenly, I hear, Sarah, you're not muted. I freeze. I look at the screen. 40 faces staring at me. My boss is dying laughing. The CEO has tears in his eyes. The client goes, so, the project timeline or the poo-poo? I just closed the laptop. I didn't even say bye. I left the meeting. They now call me Stinky Winky in the group chat.
I accidentally sent a love confession to my landlord. Last night, I took some melatonin and crashed hard. I tend to sleepwalk or talk sometimes, but apparently, I've evolved. Now, I sleep text. I woke up to see a sent message at 1:43 a.m. to my landlord. Of all people, the message said, and I quote, "You have the kindest eyes. If I die in this apartment, it won't be because of the rent. It'll be because I fell for you." No emojis, no punctuation, just raw, unfiltered weirdness. The worst part, he responded this morning with, thanks. Rent's still due Friday. I wanted to crawl under the floorboards and become one with the insulation. The man is in his 50s, married, and has never once made eye contact longer than 3 seconds. I've now locked myself out of every messaging app at night and asked my friend to physically hide my phone if I'm sleepy. Should I start looking for a new apartment?
What's the most memorable moment you shared with a stranger that you never saw again? The best one I had? I was flying from Birmingham, Alabama to Los Angeles once. My seatmate was an elderly woman from Mississippi. She was flying out to LA to visit her granddaughter, and it was the very first time she'd ever been on a plane. She was nervous and had a few questions. I could have retreated into my shell and buried myself in a book, but instead, I chose to engage her. I even let her switch seats so she could look out the window. While we flew, I learned her life story. Her father was an officer in the army, so she and her mother sailed to Japan as part of the occupation. There, she learned a little Japanese and told me stories about the Japanese people trying to rebuild their country. She told me about moving home, getting married, and starting a farm in Mississippi. She told me about smuggling civil rights activists in the trunk of her car, through roadblocks manned by unsuspecting law enforcement officers, and so on. And, as we were flying, she took note of the dappled clouds below us and said, "We call that a buttermilk sky." When we changed planes in Dallas, I helped her get through that nightmare of an airport. And, as luck would have it, she was also my seatmate on the flight to Los Angeles. The conversation continued as she took in the scenery of the West. Upon arrival at the airport, I helped her with her suitcase at the baggage carousel and waited for her granddaughter to pick her up. I met the granddaughter too, who had been worried about her grandmother navigating air travel for the first time. The woman expressed her thanks for the friendship and rode away. I've thought a great deal of that conversation ever since. How we don't realize how rich and textured the lives of perfect stranger might be. How, if we're willing to look past our stereotypes and first impressions and our own self-absorption, the surprises that are waiting in the discovery of others. And to this day, 15 years later, whenever I look up to see small puffs of cloud dotting in the sky, the term buttermilk sky always comes to mind.
My girlfriend almost killed me.
She's always saying how much she loves surprises, so I thought I'd do something sweet. Set a surprise dinner date at her apartment. Candles, her favorite food, music, the whole thing. I used the spare key she gave me, got everything ready, dimmed the lights, and hid behind the counter so I could jump out and say, "Surprise!" when she walked in. Doors opens and she screams, like full horror movie screams, drops her bag, grabs a frying pan, and swings it at me. I barely duck in time, yelling, "It's me, it's me." We just stand there breathing like we ran a marathon. Then she starts crying, saying she thought someone broke in because she saw shadows moving from the candles through the window. My big romantic moment turned into a full-blown panic attack. We ended up eating cold pasta in awkward silence. Later, she laughed about it, but also said, "Never, ever surprise me like that again." Fair enough.
20 years ago, I was teaching at school. One of the other teachers was a very pretty Filipino girl. I was a married man. One day, I showed up at school and every time she looked at me, she giggled and smiled. I didn't know what was going on, but I ignored it. As the day went on, she stopped giggling and just started staring at me. Finally, near the end of the day, she asked me why I sent her the message. "What message? You texted, 'I love you.'" "What? I did not." "Yes, you did." "I did not." "I still have the message on my phone." "Show me." And she did. Sure enough, there was a text message from me saying, "I love you." But I never deliberately sent it. Back then, I had a flip phone. Not a smartphone like now, just a mobile phone. Turns out the manufacturer had set it up with some default text messages. Things like, "I will be late," "I am coming," "I'll be there soon," and "I love you." To send one of those quick messages, you held down the message key and pressed a number. The phone was a Motorola, and the quality was so crap. The phone would flex in your pocket. The whole case was plastic. Sometimes it would pop the battery out and the phone would die. Sometimes, apparently, it would pocket dial and send a quick message to a random person on your contact list, even if the phone was closed. I was horrified by this. Luckily, she could tell me by my face that it had been an accident, and we were friends anyway, so it was soon forgotten. But all the same, imagine the trouble this might have caused. I bought myself a new phone.
My mom thinks my dog was playing with a dog toy, but it wasn't a dog toy. It was my toy. My wife's out of town. I've been working insane hours, so I asked my mom to come over and feed the dog. Here's where I messed up. When my wife is gone, I have this personal toy. It's blue, hourglass shaped. She jokingly nicknamed it my Kong. Before work, I washed it and let it on the dish rack, and then I passed out. Fast forward 16 hours. I come home exhausted. My mom is on the couch, playing with the dog. I look down, and in his mouth is the Kong, covered in peanut butter. I froze. She smiles and goes, "He just loved his new Kong." I almost died on the spot. I couldn't even speak. I just panicked and left the room before my soul left my body. The second she left, I chased my dog around the house, grabbed it, and threw it in the trash like it was a toxic waste. Now, I don't know if I can ever look my mother in the eye again, or if I should tell my wife, or if I should move to the mountains and live alone forever. I can't believe this happened to me at work today. I was using the bathroom at work this morning to relieve my bowels of some building pressure, all part of the normal routine. I am going on a trip this weekend to golf, looking forward to it. While sitting on the toilet, I watched a hole-by-hole walkthrough for about 20 minutes, not really realizing it and the implications it could have. My legs went completely numb from sitting on the toilet too long. I stood up and bent over to wipe, and fell head first through the stall door. Enough force that it became unlatched and into the ground. This scared the shit out of the person using the urinal beside it, and he nearly peed on me as he frighteningly turned around as I was scrambling to get back up with my pants down, ass out, and stall door swinging out and around right at him, almost hitting him. Getting up was no small feat. Pants around my ankles, numb legs. I thought I'd never walk again as I scooted back into the stall to finish what I started. I don't think I can come to work once word gets out about this.
My girlfriend and I get tortured for money until it broke her. My girlfriend and I do weird side jobs. One day we got recruited by a secret facility called OEM. They test torture methods. They promise insane money, so we tried it. First time, they injected us with something that felt like liquid electricity. It hurt like hell, but it ended fast, and honestly, it was a rush. And the money was unbelievable, so we kept going back. Then, one day, they said they wanted to try psychological torture. Just 30 seconds, easy money. The machine turned on, and my girlfriend started screaming. Not normal screaming, like something dying in hell. Her eyes went dead, tears pouring, begging, "Please, no more, just kill me." I ripped the device off her. They paid us $700,000 to leave and never come back. They said he was fine, and she acted fine, but at night, she slept with her eyes open. Sometimes, she'd gasp like she was drowning. Once she said, "The backs of my eyelids look like raw meat screaming." Then she snapped, screaming in the dark, slamming her head against the window until paramedics took her away. OEM disappeared. The building was gone. She came back from the hospital smiling, "I'm okay." But then I started hearing her voice, whispering things she never said. Now, I don't know if she's still her or if I'm still in that room and the torture never ended. I've been giving myself acid reflux for 25 years. I am 34 years old and have had excruciating acid reflux since I was about 8 years old. I have been taking prescription strength medication every day for 25 years to control it and still have had terrible symptoms that sometimes keep me up at night. I've even had an endoscopy under general anesthesia to try to discover the cause. Recently, I noticed that my symptoms tend to start after I take my evening allergy and asthma medication. Incidentally, I have been taking this pill since I was about 8 years old. I've always been able to easily dry swallow pills without water. I can take a whole handful of pills dry with no problem. So that's how I've always taken my medication. So I googled it, and sure enough, dry swallowing pills can lead to pills getting stuck in your esophagus and cause acid reflux. I started taking water with my pills, and sure enough, my acid reflux symptoms disappeared immediately. It's been a few months now, and I haven't had a single episode of reflux when I used to have it several times a week. I became a rat executioner in front of my toddler. So, to start off, I love animals. I've even had pet rats, so I'm actually pretty fond of them. This year, though, I have a massive wild rat problem around my house. Most of them stayed in the garden, but 3 times they managed to get inside and cause damage before I evicted them. I don't like using poison because 1. My neighbors tried it and the rats just collected it and dumped it in my kid's sandbox. 2. It's a horrible way to go. The solution came for free when one of my neighbor's cats discovered the rat population. Soon, I was finding dead rats in the yard every morning and evening. Problem solved, right? That was fine until last weekend. I was gardening when I heard a pitiful squealing noise near my car. I went to investigate and the neighbor's cat sprinted past me, leaving behind a very much alive but seriously injured rat. I couldn't let it suffer. I had a spade in my hand, so I did the most human thing I could think of. One quick blow to end its pain. I turned around and there stood my 2.5-year-old. She didn't cry. She didn't seem traumatized. She just asked, "Is that a rat? Is it dead? Did you hit it with a spade?" I explained that I did and why, and she seemed to understand. But the worst part is, she now tells every single person she met that Daddy killed a rat with a spade. The pharmacist knows, the teachers and parents at kindergarten know, the egg delivery guy knows, everyone knows. And I keep having to explain myself every time. I tried biohacking and ended up poisoning myself. Got into the whole health optimization thing after New Year's, following biohacking influencers and fitness people posting their supplement routines. Started simple with vitamin D cause I work remotely, then magnesium, ashwagandha for stress, zinc, pre-workout, and some herbal focused thing from Amazon. Ended up taking like 8 different things twice a day. By August, my stomach was completely screwed. I started getting heartburn at first, then it continued to bloating, cramps, exhaustion. Even though I was doing everything right, thought maybe it was food intolerance or something. Finally saw my doctor last week and she checked everything and told me I've been poisoning myself. Had to stop everything. My gut is wrecked now and I need probiotics to fix it. Wasted $400 over 6 months thinking I was being healthy. Don't mix random supplements without talking to a doctor first. Learn from my dumbass mistake. This is how how I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me. So, I thought I was being the world's cutest girlfriend. My boyfriend texted me that he was stuck in meetings all day, super stressed, hadn't eaten anything. So I ordered his favorite lunch, drove all the way to his office, and thought this will totally make his day. I walk in, tell the receptionist I'm just dropping off food for him, and she goes, "Oh, he's out for lunch right now with someone else from accounting." I froze, like what? I literally looked down at the food in my hands like it was some kind of joke. So I asked her to describe the someone else. And of course, it's the girl he told me not to worry about. I stood there smiling like a psycho for a solid 10 seconds before just saying, "Alright, guess I'll leave this for him then." Except I didn't. I took the bag, walked out to my car, and started eating it myself. Then, I posted a story with the caption, "Free food, recently single, DM for my meeting availability." His coworkers started liking it before he even saw it. Am I the a-hole for charging my brother rent after he lost his job? My brother lost his job 2 months ago. He begged to crash at my place. Just for a few weeks. I agreed. No rent, just chip in for food. 2 weeks in, I found Uber Eats receipts, energy drinks, and a brand new gaming headset, all charged to my card. I confronted him. He said, "You make more money than me. What's the big deal?" So I told him fine. If he's staying, he's paying $300 a month. He called me heartless and told our mom, who says I'm kicking him while he's down. Now my whole family's mad at me because I value money over family. So tell me, am I the a-hole for asking for rent when he's the one mushing off me? I scammed my husband into liking me. So, I totally scammed my husband into liking me, and I admitted it in my wedding vows. Yup, in front of everyone. For me, it was love at first sight. For him, not so much. I was his little sister's awkward friend, with braces and non-stop giggling. He was the hot older brother upstairs who couldn't care less. No chance. Years later, we met again. Both older, no headgear. I was still in love. He was still cute. This time, I had a plan. He came over after a party, and I staged my entire apartment. I casually left his favorite football team's t-shirt on a chair. Oh, weird. How did that get there? His favorite band CDs on my nightstand. Of course, I love them too. Duh. His favorite beer in my fridge. Yes, I totally drink this. It definitely doesn't taste like piss water. Was I a total weirdo? Absolutely. Did it work? Even more, absolutely. And that's how I landed a husband. His sister, my bridesmaid, found out I was basically studying her brother the whole time. She thought it was hilarious. I mean, all her friends thought he was cute anyway. Best part, those confessions made perfect wedding vows. Am I the a-hole for refusing to visit my parents because they won't accommodate my daughter? Me and my wife have a 5-year-old daughter, Mia. Mia was adopted at birth and has been the best thing to come into me and my wife's life. Mia doesn't have a proper diagnosis yet, but the doctor is pretty sure she is autistic. We are currently in the process of getting her officially diagnosed so she can get support at school. One of Mia's biggest issues is textures, and especially textures around her feet. She hates walking on carpets that feels funny, and will often make one of us carry her if the floor feels wrong. Recently, my parents updated their house and put in new carpet. When I took Mia over for a visit, she had a meltdown over the carpet's texture, and I need to carry her around the house the entire visit. I messaged mom a few days ago and offered a solution so Mia could come over and play. We would buy her a brand new pair of shoes just for inside the house so she can comfortably walk on the carpet without any issues. My mom thinks that this will ruin the carpet and has refused my idea. I told her it's either the shoes or they can come over to ours to visit Mia, as she will not step foot on that carpet without her shoes on. I'm now supposedly a bad daughter for not trying to come up with any other solution, even though I have thought about it, and this is generally the only thing I can think of. Mia can only wear one brand of shoe in one specific style, so slippers are out of the question.
I buried my secret massage device in the garden. Okay, so this is literally just happened. I'm still kind of freaking out. My parents are super Christian. Like, the kind of who thinks Wi-Fi is suspicious. So they went to church, and finally had the house to myself. I have this small device I ordered online. Don't judge me. Anyway, suddenly the button on it breaks, and it will stop buzzing, like full volume. Then I hear the front door. My parents came back early. I panic. Run to the bathroom, turn the shower on to cover the noise, and threw it out the window into the bushes. They left again, so I went outside to grab it, and it's still going. In a total panic, I dug a hole in the garden, buried it deep in the soil, and marked the spot so I can dispose of it later. Now we're eating dinner. They're talking about church, and all I can think is, please don't decide to plant tomatoes tomorrow.
See you in hell. Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. It was the last class of the semester, and the final exam counted for 30% of our grade. After a late-night study session, I had to choose between sleeping in or cooking breakfast. Sleep won. My stomach, however, did not. Desperate for a snack, I stopped by the campus bookstore. Everything was on sale, including candy. I picked up the deal of the century, 2 bags of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. Buy one, get one free. One for before the test, one for after. As I chewed on to the innocent-looking bears, the professor announced that restroom breaks would be prohibited during the exam. Ignoring the warning, tingle in my stomach, I dove into the test. By question 9, a sharp pain hit. My intestines were screaming, but I clung to my seat. By question 14, the full horror arrived. I barely made it out of my chair, leaving the exam behind, and sprinted to the restroom. The floodgates opened immediately. The liquid inferno of 1 bag of sugar-free gummy bears destroyed everything in its path. Relief and agony washed over me simultaneously. After 30 minutes, I vowed never to touch them again, burned the remaining bag in my backyard, and sworn to warn the world. Moral of the story: avoid sugar-free gummy bears. They belong deep underground, not in your digestive tract or in your final exam day. I found something in my husband's wallet, and it broke my heart. Our marriage has basically been over for a while. I found out last spring she was cheating on me, again, and I finally said no more. We're still living together from now. Kind of like roommates, just trying to get through until I can afford to move out. He lost his job 3 months ago, and I honestly have no idea how he's been paying for anything since. This morning, I saw his wallet on the counter, and for some reason, I picked it up. Maybe I just missed what used to be there, my picture. Instead, I found a folded up receipt from a pawn shop for a man's gold ring. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what ring that was. Our wedding ring, sold for $375. I know the marriage is over. I know he doesn't care anymore. But seeing the symbol of 25 years together traded for a few $100 just hit harder than I expected. I guess some goodbyes don't happen at all once. I banned my boyfriend from my house because of what he did to my dog. Okay, so I have a golden retriever named Max. He's my baby, my pride, my joy, the love of my life. My boyfriend of 6 months said he wanted to surprise me and do something nice while I was at work. Cool, right? Wrong. I get home and Max is bald. He shaved my dog completely, like Spin Cat Smooth. His tail is just a rat tail. I'm standing there in shock and he goes, "Don't be mad. He was shedding and I thought this would help." Then he says, "He actually looks kind of cuter this way." I lost it. I told him it's unhealthy to shave retrievers. His coat is ruined. He's shivering. He looks like a peeled potato, and you never do that without asking. He said I was overreacting, and it's just hair. So I told him to leave. I literally made him pack up and go home. Now, my friends are split. Half of them say I was right because who does that? And other half say I'm insane for kicking him out just for a haircut. Max won't even look in the mirror.
He's humiliated. So, am I the jerk? Would you break up with someone over this?
I accidentally confessed my love to my gym crush. This happened yesterday and I might need to transfer gyms. I've been seeing this girl at my gym for months. We've talked a few times. She's funny, down to earth, and way out of my league. Yesterday, I was on the treadmill when she walked past and waved. I tried to wave back but forgot I was still moving at the sprint. I almost face planted, caught myself, and everyone laughed. She came over after and said, "You good?" And I, in a rush of adrenaline and embarrassment, blurted out, "Yeah, I love you." Not joking. Not "I like you." Not "I'm fine." My dumb brain went straight to full emotional commitment. She blinked, said, "Wow, that's escalated fast," and walked off laughing. I had to stay another 30 minutes just to make it seem like I wasn't fleeing the scene. I'm considering moving cities at this point. I'm sorry to the really attractive man who unknowingly walked into the cereal aisle after me.
My stomach has been bothering me all day, and I've been super gassy, but I needed to go grocery shopping. While completely alone in the cereal aisle, I felt it brewing. You know the feeling? It got pretty intense and painful, so I had to discreetly let out the most rank and foul, silent but deadly. It was truly awful, pungent, acidic, and burned the nostrils. Honestly, I'm fortunate it was just a fart. I was 50-50 that it would end in the ultimate disaster, but the aisle was thankfully empty, and I quickly scuttled away, thinking I safely pulled it off. Only when I turned the corner out of the aisle, I saw you, an incredibly handsome man, walking into the cereal aisle that I just left. We made eyes and smiled at each other, and I said hi, and you nodded at me, but I know you unknowingly walked into my gag-inducing, eye-watering gas blast, and I'm so sorry. I know you knew it was me. It had to be. There was no one else around it, and it was too fresh. No one should be subjected to that. I'm sorry.
I had a daughter when I was 14. She's an adult now, and she doesn't know I exist. When I was 14, I got my first girlfriend pregnant. We were kids, completely in love, and completely over our heads. Her parents were ultra wealthy, controlling, and cared more about appearances than people. Mine were well off too, but they hated her family. It was a proper Romeo and Juliet mess. When she got pregnant, her parents gave her an ultimatum to cut me off completely, or they'd throw her out on the street. I was 14. What was I supposed to do? I wanted to fight, but everyone around me made the decision for us, and that was it. One day, I was a kid with a girl I loved and a baby on the way. The next day, I was just alone. My daughter was born, and I never got to meet her. They shut me out completely. No photos, no contact, nothing. I wrote letters for years that I never sent. Now she's an adult. She doesn't know who I am. I see reunion videos on TikTok, dads meeting the daughters, and I cry myself to sleep like some pathetic fool. I imagine what her voice sounds like. I imagine what kind of music she likes. If she has my smile. If she knows someone out there has loved her whole life without ever getting to say it. My wife doesn't know how bad it eats at me. We had a son together, and I love him more than anything. But there's a part of me that's stuck in 14-year-old me, still standing there, losing everything. I built a good life, but some nights I just feel like a ghost hunting a life that could have been. I don't even know why I'm posting this. I just needed to say it somewhere. The most embarrassing bathroom experience of my life. So, I started a new medication that caused constipation. After a week of misery, my doctor told me to take a gentle over-the-counter laxative at bedtime. At the store, too embarrassed to ask for help, I grabbed a chocolate laxative because, you know, how harsh can chocolate be? That night, sitting in my car, I read the box by phone light. Take 1 to 2 pieces at bedtime. I unwrapped one piece, ate it, drank a bunch of water, and went to bed, feeling proud of myself for adulting responsibly. The next morning, around 9:20, I woke up in a full gastrointestinal crisis mode, sweating, cramping, and seconds from disaster. I sprinted to the communal dorm bathroom in just my gray briefs, praying for mercy. Of course, it was packed. Guys shaving, brushing teeth, everyone. I ignored the stairs and barely made it into a stall before unleashing absolute hell. It was loud, it was violent. The entire bathroom went silent before someone yelled, "Bro, what the hell was that?" When I finally finished, I realized my underwear were soaked in sweat, making it look like I had an accident. As I stepped out, everyone burst out laughing. "Dude, you need a diaper?" I washed my hands in silence and bolted, only to be hit by round 2 halfway back to my room. When I shuffled back into the same bathroom, the guys cheered. I wanted to die. Back in my room, my roommate was crying, laughing. I showed him the chocolate and said I didn't understand why it hit me so hard until I noticed the bar was divided into 12 little squares. I hadn't eaten one piece. I'd eaten the entire box, 6 times the max dose. I called my doctor, who basically told me to hydrate and buy diaper cream for irritation. My roommate lost it at that part. I spent 2 miserable days regretting every life choices, and yes, I definitely needed the cream. I just found out my parents have been divorced for 2 years and nobody told me. So, yesterday, I asked my older sister a super innocent question. "Hey, what day is mom and dad's anniversary again?" She just stared at me like I had 3 heads. I thought maybe she forgot, so I repeated myself and she goes, "What are you talking about? They're divorced." I laughed, thought she was joking. She wasn't. Apparently, my parents have been divorced for 2 years, and nobody thought it was important to tell me. I was just standing there like, huh? Since when? She tells me they fell out of love and were annoyed with each other. Okay, fine. But maybe send a text? Hey sweetie, hope college is going well. By the way, the family exploded. And the crazy thing, I've seen them on holidays. We've had family dinners together. They were acting normal. Whole time I thought they were still married. Apparently, they were just roommates. My dad didn't say anything, but we're not close, so I kinda get it. My mom didn't say anything, but she avoids feelings like it's the plug. So now, I'm sitting here wondering, am I the family goldfish? Do they think I don't understand English? Has this happened to anyone else, or is my family just insane? Am I the a-hole for never inviting my stepsister to my grandparents' house when I know they make the most of their time with me and my brother? My family is blended. My mom has me and my brother. My stepdad has my 3 stepbrothers and my stepsister. My mom and stepdad were both widowed when they met. I was 3 when my dad died and my brother was 6. We were 6 and 9 when mom remarried. My mom and dad family never get along, and when she started dating my stepdad, she tried to cut us off from our dad's whole family, which forced my grandparents to fight for grandparents' rights, and they want 3 days a month of visitation. The visitation has always been a touchy subject with my mom and stepdad. They don't like that we have access to a whole bunch of family who only included me and my brother. It was worse when my grandma and aunts would take me and my girl cousins out of girly days. My stepsister started getting jealous because we're not close anyway, and then I was doing girly stuff she always wanted to do with me with others. I just never wanted to do girly stuff with her. She had no real sisters either, so she got tired of it being mostly boys, and I always loved having a brother, so didn't miss the girly stuff like she did. Our grandparents and dad's side in general did other stuff with us, trips to the beach, taking us to nice restaurants, amusement parks, and other fun stuff. They bought us stuff too, but mostly they focused on taking us places or experiences. We never invited our step-siblings, and my stepsister wanted to be invited a lot, mostly to the girly stuffs times, but in general she wanted to be included, and I never wanted to include her. My mom would bring it up to me when my stepsister wasn't around, and she would show her frustration when I didn't change my mind or invite her next time. Last week, my mom got so mad over it for the first time. My stepsister asked me why I never invited her to my grandparents, so we can do girly stuff with my grandma, aunts, and cousins. And I told her because I don't want to. My mom was so furious. She told me never inviting her is a huge problem, when I know how much she wants to do that stuff. She told me I don't do it any other time, so I should invite her for that reason alone. That I should want to make my sister, instead of stepsister, which is what I always say she is, happy, and I shouldn't make this a bigger source of rejection for her. But I could never manage that. She said it's cruel to know someone wants to be included and to never include them. I gave a dog an Ugg blanket I found at Goodwill. So apparently I F up, at least according to my co-workers. I work at a dog boarding place, and I like to buy the dog's comfy blankets from Goodwill out of my own pocket. It's cheap, and honestly, it makes me happy seeing them snuggled up on something soft that isn't completely torn apart yet. Anyway, I'm at Goodwill and spot this big pink blanket with super soft white fabric on the inside. Normally, it'd be like $12, but since it was last week tag color, it was only $2. So I'm like, why not? I bring it into work, toss it in a kennel, and one of our anxious dogs immediately curls up on it and falls asleep. Total win. Fast forward a few days. I'm at work again, and my coworkers are talking about how someone brought in an Ugg blanket for the dogs. I'm like, oh, that was me. Completely clueless. Everyone looks at me like I've lost my mind. Turns out that blanket is a freaking Ugg blanket worth $108 on Amazon. I had no idea. So yeah, I basically gave designer bedding to a bunch of drooling dogs. My coworkers thinks I totally F up, but honestly, the dogs love it, so I'm calling it a win.